So for the majority of my building career, I suppose, my building journey through RDAs, I have been using just dual coils, which I think is relatively standard. But I wanted to share a revelation with you. There's been lots of videos done about it. I know I'm not the first doing this at all, but from a relatively new vapor, someone who's been into the sort of the rebuilding side of things for a relatively short amount of time, I wanted to share an absolute revelation, which is the parallel coil. I'm not going to show you how to build it. There's much better videos of people building them, and I would just get annoyed and shout at the computer. It just wouldn't be pretty. It's not worth looking at. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I've built a few of them, but have a quick peek. But first of all, check out the vapor on this. It's just fantastic. It's a warm vape. It's a dense vape. Just watch. Oh, fantastic. It's a fresh squeeze, so the Element fresh squeeze, it's 80/20 VGPG, and wow. It's a warm to hot vape. You need to make sure, and again, please stop me if I'm doing something wrong here, but you need to make sure that A, your batteries can cope with what you're putting on this, and B, that you're very careful with your build and what you're using. I am using a 24 gauge Canthal. I'm doing a dual coil with this, so a dual parallel coil. I'll put it in the Mutation XS, so the shorter, stumpier version of the Mutation XV4. So you can see it is quite a lot shorter. I thought I'd do that for the flavour side of things, and I've got this pretty much wide open apart from one. And I've got this sat on top of my Petri Dot Mod Petri Mech Mod, and it's just amazing. So let's have a quick peek at that. It may not be the prettiest, but I am absolutely loving it. So look, that is 8 wraps, so essentially 16 wraps of Canthal, so double wrapped. This is a perfectly good atomizer to build on for this. What I would probably say is, if I was being a bit more careful with things, then I'd probably do one with larger post holes. But hey, I'm not. I'm just going to put it on the ohm meter so you can see. That is reading at a 0.18. So that's essentially 16 wraps, I suppose, of Canthal each side, and it's only coming out at 0.18, which I think is cool. As we've been told by various people on YouTube, more coil surface area means better flavour, and this absolutely does have the coil surface area. It's got a great amount of surface area. If you can see, it's covering quite a large amount of the deck. And it heats up really, really well. It sucks up juice like nobody's business. But you know, I've tended to use this particular build when I'm at home, when I'm just relaxing. So I don't need to worry about, always constantly taking my bottle of juice out and dripping. As long as you put a decent amount on in the first instance, then it should be fine. and the flavour that you get off this is just fantastic. It's the juice as well, obviously. Freshly charged battery, so a nice freshly charged Sony VTC4 in this Petri. But the voltage will absolutely, of course, it will drop off relatively quickly, especially if I'm chain vaping. Just as a comparison, I'll show you the vapor production alongside the Aspire, running with a 24 watts. This is a 0.4 ohm build, so it's going to be a bit of a cooler vape, but still. There's his. Clouds all over the place. I mean, it's not bad, but this is just super. You'll notice that things start to heat up relatively quickly with this, so be careful. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure you're practicing your battery safety. Make sure that you know your Ohm's law. I'm not an expert in this sort of thing, absolutely not an expert in this sort of thing, but I make sure that I build within what I understand, and I build within the sort of, the well above the bottom limit for the safety threshold. So these are 30 amp batteries, and as I said, I wouldn't dream of really going much lower than maybe a 1.8, unless of course I was doing something with nickel, but that's fine. I'll finish up now, but again, thank you for watching. For God's sake, as I always say with these sorts of videos, if you see I'm doing anything wrong, please tell me. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, and if you want me to do anything else, please let me know. But thank you very much, and let's have a double hit.